Hello there. You ready to start your morning? All right. Let's start by just sort of, looking alive. Inhale your arms up. And while you're up here, wiggle your fingers. Reach up and wiggle your fingers. Reach and drop those shoulders down. Then bring your hands back down. Roll the shoulders back and forth. Roll your hips around. Breathe. Shake your legs out a little bit. Shoulders. Inhale up. Wiggle your fingers. And then back down. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. Give yourself a hug with the other arm on top. And then open. And then, now, inhale your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your center. And then inhale, bring your arms up and back. So what that looks like is like that. Lift the chest. Now watch your hips are going to try to do this. Don't let that happen. Instead, keep your hips in line with your heels and then lift your chest. Lift and gaze up and reach. And then reach your arms really wide when coming down. And then again, shake it out. And then inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands together. Inhale your arms up and back like you did before. And then this time, reach your hands behind your back. Clasp your fingers. Squeeze your shoulders. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and hug. And open and hug the other arm on top. And open. And now bend your knees and let's inhale up. And then exhale. Bend the knees. And then fold down. Just be soft. Let your head drop, and you can even grab your elbows. That feels really good. Breathe. Release. And then keeping the knees bent, roll up. Keep your head down. And then roll those shoulders. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands to your center. Inhale your arms up and back. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Clasp your fingers, squeeze your shoulders. And this time, maybe keep those knees bent. This time, lift the arms up. Breathe. And then maybe pull yourself back up. Release. Just feel loose. Feel gentle on the neck. Maybe drop an ear over to the shoulder. Other ear, drop those shoulders up. Shoulders look up. Look down. Look over your shoulder. Over the other shoulder. Roll those shoulders. And then now have a couple of these blocks. You can either get blocks or put something underneath you, or you don't have to. And also I like to put a pad under my knee, but I have wood floor here, so you might have carpet, you might already have a pad. Anyway, let's keep the right foot in between the feet, in between the hands, and then drop that left knee all the way down. And then come back and forth like this. And then the knee is on top of the ankle here. And then you can come up if you should feel so inclined and keep doing that. And then so you want to keep your lower back lengthened, so you don't want to have your pelvis tilted, your belly hanging all crunched up here. Try and drop the tailbone a little bit just to feel the core engage, spine tall, shoulders down. And then you can bring an arm up to that other arm. And then both arms. And then pull your hands behind your back, clasp your fingers. And obviously you're looking forward. I'm just checking to see everything's right. The screen hasn't gone black on me. And then let's change sides. And again, Just getting the blood moving. You can come up if you want. You can stay down lower. If you do have blocks, you also don't have to feel committed to the place that they're at. So, back and forth. Engage that other arm, kind of bringing it back and forth. Just getting the shoulder movement, getting the blood flowing through the shoulder. And then maybe stay, pull the belly in, lift the chest, drop the shoulders. So you're just not letting your belly hang free. I know it feels good, but just sort of pulling in and up. Shoulders down and breathe. And then if you should feel so inclined, you could add something here. Again, just pulling those shoulders back, loosening it up. And then this time, why don't you tuck your back toes and turn to make a wide leg forward bend. Now I'm going to turn to the side here. And just see that the back is flat, so you're not curling in. Now you want to flatten out that back. Even if you have to bend your knees, or again, you have a block or something that you're putting your hands on to help you come up a bit. But just flatten out that back, and that'll help you get lower into the hips. Bend your knees. We go from side to side here. So one leg straightens, the other one bends. And then engage your thighs, just feel strong here. Press into your feet, open your arms, nice flat back coming up. And then lift and open. 3 breaths. And then release. Or maybe even bring your hands behind you. Clasp the fingers. And then fold down. Drop the head. And again, you can go back to bending and straightening the legs. And bend both. I like that. It really stretches the hips and the shoulders at the same time. And then arms out. Pull yourself up. And then bring your feet together. Little hug. Hug. And while we're here, let's do a balancing pose. So first, just have a minute. Got a little warm in here. Woo! It'll warm you up. All right. So your shoulders are down. Your chest is lifted. Knees are unlocked. Thighs are engaged. Hugging in around the hips. Lifting your spine nice and tall. Drop the shoulders. Lift your head off your neck. And just have a moment here, spreading the weight evenly across your feet. Drop those shoulders, lift the chest, unlock the knees. And so now we'll do a little balancing pose. So on your way to your right foot, bring your left foot behind you. And now you can use a wall if you need to touch a wall, but you want to get those quads stretched. So bend your left knee and grab your left foot. Now, if you don't have that ability yet, try and make like a lasso, and get a little help if you need it. So you can pull in with your strap. You can use a rope tie, a canvas belt. So if you don't need that, you can grab your foot. Just bring it in, pull that heel in, but lift the chest up. Breathe, keep those hips still kind of on top of the heel, so not leaning forward. And then if you feel like going a little further, you can lift your arm up. I've been liking bringing it both hands back, squeezing those shoulders back. Look at a focal point. So you're focusing your mind, focusing your body, stretching that quad, opening up the shoulders, breathing. Now let's change legs. Again, here, use that strap here. Bringing it up, that's my arm up, or bringing it back. Just kind of staying in that mountain pose, that pose we did previously, lifting the spine, dropping the shoulders, pulling the heel in. And you can hold a wall, just stretching those quads out, roll those shoulders. And then we're going to bring it down. So let's inhale up. Exhale, bring your hands onto your hips, a nice flat back as you bend your knees. And then let's squat down. You can go up against a wall. You can put something underneath you. Just stretching the hips. And then we're going to come on down onto your hands and your knees. Cat-cow motion. Inhale, lift the tailbone, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, look to your belly. Do that a few times. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Roll your hips, other direction. And then sit back on your heels, child's pose. Press your hands back, pressing your hips back. Drop the forehead down. And then come forward into Sphinx pose. So come onto your belly, prop yourself up on your elbows. Look forward. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest. Now, a variation I've really been enjoying, if you can do it, fine. If not, don't. Bring that knee out to the side and keep lifting the chest. That feels pretty amazing. Breathe. Change sides. Lay down. Press back. Open your knees wider here, stretching the groin. Let's come on up. Bring those legs forward. Bring the soles of your feet together, clasp your fingers and lift your chest. You can bring your hands back and just lift the chest. Again, you want to try and get that flat back. So lifting the chest, lifting the chest. So if you're curled in, that's your stuff to work on, is lifting. And then if you can come further, go further, but don't worry about it. Just keep trying to press your chest forward, and you'll really get down into the lower regions. Whereas if you stay here, you're just stretching stuff that's already stretched out. Sitting. So instead you want to flatten it out. That's engaging these upper muscles and then stretching the lower muscles, which is not usually what happens. Come on up. Let's open the legs wide. Toes up, lift the chest. Toes up, lift the chest. Again, what you're shooting for is opening up the chest. You can go further, fine. Don't worry about it. As you feel you're stretching, you're accomplishing everything you set out to accomplish. Toes up, chest forward, breathe. You can come forward more. Come on up. Bring your legs together. Shake it out. We're coming down onto the back. Bring your hands down, knees in line with the hips. You could put a block in between your legs, but you don't have to. And then go ahead and lift. Lengthen the lower back, clasp your fingers, pull your shoulders underneath you. Lift the chest. But keep that lower back long, lift the hips, breathe. Maybe squeeze in deeper. Breathe. And then lift or drop. Let the knees fall over to one side, other side. Lift the knees up. Pull your knees into your chest. Lift your legs and spread them apart, and then you can kind of rock the hips, pushing the heels out and then just rock the hips. That just feels really nice. And then bend the knees in and grab the soles of your feet. This is called happy baby pose. So you look like a baby on a changing table. The soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. Ankles are on top of the knees. Tailbone's dropping, shoulders are dropping, neck is relaxed. Breathe. Also, what you can do if you have that strap handy, if you can't reach your feet, you could always use this tie to press it down. That feels just as good. Breathe. Drop the shoulders. And then bring those knees back in. Bring your feet onto the mat. Arms out. Let's cross your right leg over your left leg. Let your knees fall to your left. Keep your right shoulder down. That's really important. And then bring your gaze over to your right hand. And so lift those knees and then don't change. Keep the right over the left and go to the other side, stretching that other side of your hip. Oh, good stuff. Keep the shoulders down. Breathe. And then up, recross, inhale. Exhale, knees over the right, look left. Nice pop to the spine. Woo. And then up, keep breathing. And then up. And then let your knees fall open, let the soles of your feet touch. Stretching the hips and the groin. And then lift your knees. Bring your feet out to the side, now your knees in, and let your knees fall in towards each other, stretching up the outsides of your legs. And then extend your legs all the way down. Rest, relax, let go. Have faith that the floor is going to hold you so you can completely let go into it. Stay in the moment by observing your breath. And then stay there as long as you like. Have a great day. Namaste.